Greetings, everyone. This is Amenti, the Awakener, and I am here for a Sunday service. Welcome. Happy new season, new cycle, new 2023. Depending on what calendar you are studying. Greetings to everyone who is coming into the room. Please let me know where you're coming in from and to let me know your name. Greetings. How are you all this Sunday, this beautiful Sunday? What have you been doing with your day? Have you been relaxing? Share with us and let us know in the comment box below. Welcoming you all to join me on this beautiful Sunday for the Sunday service, which is something that I'm being spiritually guided to do, but I'm also very grateful for the opportunity to step up and step out, especially as we are moving into this very powerfully transformative year. So I want to thank all of you who are tuning in, who are going to see this on the replay, and just really take an opportunity to share some energy with you all. Today I rose this morning and this rising, and as I woke from my dream, I had just this internal dialogue that was taking place, and it was the God in me saying to me that it's time to take another step up. We are embarking on a 7-year, and so I'm going to talk about that a little bit. But when I woke up this morning, I just had this strong urge inside of me, this strong voice inside of me that says it's time to step up. It's time to be of service in a whole nother different way. It's time to support, empower, inspire, ignite, and help more and more people to do the work, to be uplifted, to be inspired, because this particular year, this 7-year is going to be powerfully transformative for all of us. And so for some people, it's going to be very challenging. For a lot of us, we've been doing the work over the past couple of years, cycles, decades, lifetimes. And we are coming to an apex point in the collective ascension and expansion that humanity is currently going through. So this year is definitely going to be a year that is going to expand you. It's going to challenge you, but it's also going to expand you and allow you to look at the deeper meanings of your life. Really understand more about who it is that you are. What is your purpose? Why did you go through all of the things that you went through? And it's also offering us an opportunity to step up, to step out of the illusion and mire of who we think we are, to step out of the illusion and mire of identifying ourselves with our experiences, with, our jobs, our roles, and really tapping into who it is that we are authentically at our core, who it is that we are outside of all of the expectations of others, outside of all of our traumatic stories, outside of all of that. It's about coming into oneness and awareness and embodiment of your true, authentic self, right? The self that lights you up, the self that has the superpowers, that the self that is connected to the divine. And so in true form, whatever it is that we're sharing, whatever it is that, the spirit puts through us to share, it's also going to activate us. It's also going to awaken and activate us. And so today, when I rose, the God in me said to me, look, this is another time for us to step up. And the best way for you to step up right now is to be of service, to step up your level of service. And so this is what this space is about. The Sunday service is a space where people can come, click on, join in, listen to some good words, some uplifting messages, listen to some wisdom and some guidance, receive wisdom and guidance for yourself. So I'll offer readings and consultations to those who have questions that they want to ask or want to be answered. And this space is really all about bringing people together to uplift, ignite, empower, and inspire. Right? Collectively, there is so much going on in the world. And, the churches used to be a place where people could find refuge and community. But for so long, there's been so many different things that have come in between that, in between us coming together and just honoring each other, us coming together and just being present for each other, us coming together and just connecting. So that is what the Sunday service is about. It is a space where we will learn. It's a space where we will connect, and it's a space where you will be uplifted every single Sunday. I'm also going to be inviting other people to come and share in this Sunday service. So other practitioners, other teachers who want to come and share something with you. And it's a space of upliftment. As I said, we will also have readings. So if you've got any questions that you want to ask, you can just come to the Sunday service and ask them. You may have wanted to work with me and probably aren't able to. This will be the space where you can tap in, ask questions, and just be a part of the energy. So the Sunday service is my offering to you all. It's my offering in service to all of those who need it at this time. And so I welcome you all, whether it is you tapping in live with us on a Sunday at 6 o'clock, or whether it is you just following us and tuning into the replay. Please do, if you have any questions, send them to me. If you have anything that you'd like us to answer or discuss, please send them to me. And this is my opportunity to be in sacred space and ceremony with you all. So I just wanted to share that with you and welcome you all into the space. The first thing that I wanted to talk about today actually just leads on from what I was speaking of before. The greetings, Ebony Complex, says gratitude. Thank you, sis. I appreciate your presence. I appreciate you being here. All right. So actually, before we start, I'm just going to do a quick prayer just to help us to get grounded and aligned with this energy. And to allow us to really get present, because there's always so many things distracting us. And this space is really all about us connecting and being present in this space. So if you can, wherever you are, just get comfortable and just rub your hands together. I want you to envision that you are sitting in a bubble of light, that you are protected. I want you to call upon your ancestors, your guides, those who love you unconditionally. I want you to call upon the divine within you to surround you in light so that you are safe, so that you are grounded, and so that you are in a space of oneness. And I'm also asking the Most High to surround us all in light as we just pray for a moment. Divine creator of all there is, ancestors, guides, beings of light, those who love us unconditionally, Mother, Father, God, Dua, 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 Dua. We give thanks for the gift of life, for the gift of breath, for the gift of your love, compassion, and your mercy. Thank you for bringing us together into this space in sacred union and in sacred community. Divine creator, I ask that you speak through me this day. Help me to speak words that empower, inspire, and ignite the souls in others. Help me to stand here and to offer myself in service to all of those who come. We ask for your protection of the highest vibration. We ask that you seal this space in light so that only positive energy may enter. We ask that you navigate and bring all of the souls who are meant to be in this space for this upliftment. I ask that you pour your healing balm through me so that all who may hear these words, all who may feel this energy, may be uplifted, ignited, inspired, and reminded of who it is that they are. Divine creator, you have called me to be here in service today, and I am here because I'm trusting my intuition. I'm trusting your voice within me. So as I am here, I ask that you fill me with your energy, fill me with your light, so that I may reflect that to all who enter into this space. In the name of divine love, divine power, divine peace, and divine wisdom, may we all receive upliftment in this space. Amen, amen, amen. Ra Ashe. Yes. So you can't have Sunday service without a prayer. And so thank you for joining me on that prayer. If you felt it, if you were in tune, please do put some hearts or some comments. And just remember that this is a space where we all get to connect. The Sunday service is just about creating a space which isn't necessarily about anything to do with religion, but all about coming together, connecting, hearing good words, self-mastery, learning. We have readings for those who want to ask questions, and it's really just an opportunity for us to be in service to each other. Okay, so today's topic for Sunday service actually comes from the reason why it is that I'm here today. So for those of you who just joined me, please do put a heart or a comment in the box and let me know that you are here. And I'm just so happy to share this space with you. Greetings. So you might have missed the story as to where the Sunday service came about. And it was literally an idea that came to me this morning, this rising. So as I rose from my bed this morning, I was greeted by the sun, and I just had this overwhelming feeling in my body that I was going to do something. So I sat and I prayed, and I was just asking God, okay, what is it that you need me to do today? How is it I can serve today? And all I heard inside of me was, it's time to step up in ministry. And so I'm like, okay, what does that mean? And God just said, look, just be in service. Today is Sunday. Just be in service. Open up a space where you can just be in service with others, you know, sharing your knowledge, sharing your gifts, sharing your wisdom, because, you know, there's so many of us scattered around the world, and we miss these opportunities to come together and just share and connect and reason and receive, right? And I've been having insights for quite some time. I mean, I was ordained in ministry, and that's just interfaith ministry, so it's non-denominational, but I was ordained in ministry about 4 or 5 years ago. And it wasn't something that I did because I necessarily wanted to be a minister or a priest or anything. It was just a natural part of my evolution and my journey. And Spirit always told me that in some way I would be holding some kind of space or some kind of church. And for me, it was like, okay, what does that mean? Really, it's just about being able to hold space where people can connect, where we can reason about life, where we can reason about spirituality, where we can come and find support with each other, where we can have communion. And when we think about the old churches or the old churches, they're based on the community. They're based on the wisdom of the community. It's based on the healing of the community. It's a space where anybody can come and feel heard and understood. It's a space where anybody can come and receive unction and just be bathed in the unity of all of us being connected on one accord, right? Love is the ministry here. Love is the foundation here. And the reason why I'm holding this space is because we need more of that. We need more love. We need more connection. We need more community. We need more service. So when I felt that feeling in my spirit, and God said, look, I just want you to go online today, and I just want you to hold space. I want you to share with people, and I want you to just hold space. Now, for me, normally it might take me a little while. I will go through, should I do it? Shouldn't I do it? Or maybe I've got this to do. Maybe I've got that to do. We all know what it's like, right? When we get that clear message from Spirit that we're meant to do something, but we think that so many things have to be in place before we can do it. We think we've got to have this done, or I've got to have my makeup, or I've got to do this and I've got to do that. Like, let me know in the comments if you've received clear guidance. You know what? This is what I need to do. And then you end up talking yourself out of it, distracting yourself out of it. And before you know it, you've ended up doing something else, and you have talked yourself out of living in that moment and doing exactly what it is that your heart and your soul is telling you to do. Well, what if I told you that that's exactly what we're here to do? To learn, to be able to tap into that voice and that wisdom, and to live purely from our guidance, from our internal inner guidance, and from our spirit, from our heart, right? And so for me, it was like, oh, okay, I'm not going to try and prepare anything. I'm just going to allow myself to be present. Today, I'm just going to follow my intuition and follow my guidance. Today, I'm just going to follow my heart. I'm not going to question it. I'm not going to think that I need to be anything other than what I am. I'm just going to be present. I'm just going to step up. Now, when it comes to your calling is not something that's brand new to you on your journey. You know, it's a question that I get a lot from people. What is my calling? And I want to share with you a few of the ways in which you can identify and understand what your calling is. And the first thing is that your calling is something that comes naturally from your soul, right? It's something that comes naturally from your soul. From a child, I was always somebody that would speak. I was always somebody that would read and share knowledge and information. And I was always somebody that was highly intuitive and connected to God. So it's no surprise that those are the things that I do in my life to help others. I use my knowledge, I share my gifts to teach, help, empower, inspire others, right? Everything that I've been through in my life, all of the challenges, all of the experiences, no matter how negative they felt, every single one of them has helped me to become who it is that I am. And that qualifies me for my experiences and my profession and the way that I share with others. However, my calling is not something that I've always been open to. And to be fair, it's always something that I've resisted, right? Because with your calling comes a responsibility. A calling is your divine purpose. It's your dharma. It's what you've come here to do. And our higher self knows it. But the ego might not. The ego might be like, you know what, that's too big. Or I don't think I can do that. Or let me copy everybody else and find out what everybody else is doing. And so that's why the work that we do on ourselves, the internal shadow work, the healing, is so important, because it's about peeling away all of those aspects of the personality and the ego that keep us from being able to just honor our hearts and do exactly what it is that we are called and inspired to do, right? So for me, it was like, okay, getting out of our own way, because you already know what it is that you're here to do. Greetings, Mavis. You already know what it is that you're here to do. So the first thing that you need to know in order to answer your calling is, what are you good at? What are you just naturally good at, without even having to do anything, without even thinking, like, what are you naturally good at, right? Make a note of that, because this is going to help you to understand more about your purpose and what your calling is. What is it that you're naturally good at? Because our gifts and the things that we have to offer the world come naturally to us. They may not come naturally to other people, and that's where we find our value, right? That's where we find our service, in being able to offer that which we have in abundance to somebody else. But the first way to answer your calling is to really recognize what it is that you are naturally good at, what you've been good at since you were a child, and something that just comes secondhand to you, right? The second thing is, what are you passionate about? What are you really, really passionate about? Because again, that also helps you to understand more about what it is that you are here to do. Are you passionate about healing? Are you passionate about creating and making things? Are you passionate about business? Are you passionate about helping people to make change? Because all of the things that you're passionate about carry a powerful energetic charge. And that energetic charge is going to propel you forward into opportunities for you to do more of that which you are naturally aligned to do, right? So it's what you're passionate about that can help you also to find out what your purpose is. But then one aspect of it as well is something that people are drawn to you for. Now, you may not even like this thing, but there may be a thing that people are just naturally drawn to you for. That also helps you to understand your purpose and your calling. But one of the things that I really wanted to talk to you about was, what happens if you don't follow your calling? What happens if you know that there's something that you're supposed to do, that you're supposed to give to the world, that you're supposed to step up and do, but you're afraid, and you play small, and you actually say to yourself, okay, maybe it's not me that's supposed to do that. Maybe I'm supposed to do other things. What happens when you don't answer your calling? Well, what can happen is obstacles come in your way. Challenges come in your way, and ultimately the things that you are seeking after, the things that you are grasping after, seem to fall from your hands, seem to not be able to materialize. Why? Because we have to recognize that we are in co-creation with the Creator, right? Our purpose is not just about us. It's not just about what it is that we want to do. We made a contract before we came here with the collective consciousness that we would come and be a part of what was happening here. We would be a part of the shift, right? We would be a part of the lessons that were going to take place. We were going to be a part of a collective mission. And so in order for us to do that, we chose who we were going to be, what day we were going to be born. And we've also brought in a lot of the skills, knowledge, and awareness in the collective consciousness into our bodies, into our reality, so that we can give that wisdom back to the world. Right? What does that mean? It means that each and every one of us has divinely designed our life on a spiritual level, so that we can come here and fulfill a specific purpose. And all of the challenges on our life, the things that we go through, are going to help chisel us, refine us, realign us, so that we can come into alignment with that purpose. So really, when you're trying to avoid what your calling is, you'll find that it's going to manifest in your life anyway. Things are going to come to disrupt you. Things are going to come to challenge you, right? My own experiences. Spirit has really been telling me it's time to get up and lead to another level. And my first thing is like, okay, well, how do I do that? Don't know what to do. And when we don't know how to do something, the first thing that we do is distract ourselves. Oh, well, we've got to do it in this way, and it has to be perfect, and this has to be perfect. And before you know it, you've distracted yourself from what it is that you're supposed to do. You've convinced yourself that that thing can go on the back burner and you can do that another time. But what happens is, the things that you are putting your energy into, things start to go wrong. The energy stops flowing. You'll find that obstacles will come. You'll find that the normal routes that you try in order to do things, it's not going to work anymore. Why is that? because you are no longer in resonant frequency with those experiences. And the old version of yourself is not going to help you to move closer to your purpose and do what it is that you are called to do. Whether we like it or not, each one of us has a divinely aligned purpose. And so the more that we resist our calling, the more challenges, the more obstacles come into our lives to ultimately divert us back to the path that is aligned for us. Each one of us has a purpose in this time. So our calling, in a way, cannot be ignored. And the more that we choose to go against our calling, the more it's going to bring us back into alignment until we surrender to it, until we recognize that we have a divine purpose, and until we recognize that, you know, we have everything within us to fulfill it. We are going to constantly be challenged, right? We are going to constantly be challenged. And so for me, today was about coming into this space and allowing myself to be led by the God in me, allowing myself to be led by the part in me that knows all things, the part of me that lives beyond fear, that lives beyond the ego, the part of me that remembers, right? And that is another one of the surefire keys towards being able to tap back into your authenticity and tap back into your purpose and your calling. The intuition, learning to listen to and honor your intuition is one of the strongest, powerful tools that you have, right? We don't have 5 senses. We have 8 senses in total, right? And one of those senses is your intuition. It is your gut instinct. But a lot of us have been turned away from trusting our gut. This is why we have to do all of this shadow work and all of this inner work, because we have to deconstruct all of the false programs that we have attached to ourselves in order to tap back in to our soul, tap back into our divine purpose. But please know that that purpose, that light inside of you, is always going to be trying to guide you back to your calling and to guide you back into remembering who you are beyond this flesh. And that is what God was trying to do for me this morning. God was trying to remind me, okay, don't worry about everything that's happening in the world. You came here for a purpose. And that purpose is just to be present so that I can speak through you, so that you can empower, inspire, and ignite those around you, so that you can remind them of the power within them as I remind you of the power in you, so that you can share with them the wisdom that I have given to you, so that you can support them and you lot can support each other in this collective awakening that we're going through. Because you see, your purpose is not just for you. Your purpose is for everyone. Your purpose is for the whole of humanity. So when you are not living in your purpose, you are robbing the rest of us from enjoying and receiving the divine in you. You see, there is no qualification that you need to be who it is that you are. All you need to do is keep on chiseling away at the illusions. All you have to do is wake up each day and make a commitment to choose to be authentically who it is that you are, and to listen, to truly listen to your intuition, to truly listen to your guidance, to truly develop a relationship with the divine in you, to truly develop a relationship with nature, to develop a relationship with people around you, to develop a relationship with your ancestors, to develop a relationship with everything in the universe, because all we are here to do is experience ourselves as a reflection of the all. The understanding that we are all individual is an illusion. The only thing that is real is recognizing that we are part of the all. So as we come into these physical bodies, we've come here to experience what it feels like to be alive, to experience what it feels like to think and create and feel and connect, but also to be a part of evolving what it means to be human. Because we are at a particular apex in our journey of humanity, that we have become so separated from each other, so separated from nature, so separated from everything, that is causing us illness. It's causing us imbalance. It's causing us depression and anxiety. When you look at the world right now, it would seem as if the world is in a state of sickness and psychosis. But that's happening because we have already been in a space of sickness and psychosis. And so the awakening comes when we recognize that the way in which we have been living and operating as humans is the very thing that has been killing us. this idea of separation, this idea of race, this idea of gender and identity. All of these things take us away from the pureness of understanding the essence of the divine in us. And that essence is unchangeable. That essence is in every single thing, whether it is aware of it or not. So we are on a journey which is about a return to oneness. And it's not this airy-fairy oneness. It's oneness on so many different levels. It's about a return to oneness with our connection to the creator within. Not an external creator, but the creator within. It's about coming into divine relationship with your body. Hence why we've had all of these different medical awakenings that are happening, where people are really starting to understand the medical world and the medical industry. It's so that you can come back into right relationship with your own body, so that you can learn to take responsibility for your own body, so that you can learn how to manage your own energy. Because guess what? Whoever is responsible for your body, whoever is responsible for your energy is in control of you. We are moving from a state of being unconscious to a state of being conscious, which means taking responsibility. It means being a part of. It means being active in the experience of what it means to be human. Right? And so as we evolve, as we go through a lot of these collective challenges, they're all bringing us back to a state of oneness, all bringing us back to an understanding that we need each other, all bringing us back to an understanding that we are part of everything, and that nature itself is a reflection of us, and that in nature, the healing that we need is there. Right? So this particular year that we're in, this 7 year, is about spiritual enlightenment and transformation. Each one of us on some level is going to go through a spiritual awakening, and that spiritual awakening will manifest and take place in whatever way is for our highest good, and depending on whatever level of consciousness that we are at. But it also signals an awakening for the whole of humanity. When you think about the number 7, 7 is the highest number of chakras. And I don't mean multidimensional chakras. I mean the chakras within the energetic field of the individual. 7 days in the week. 7 is this frequency of expansion, of light. 7 rays in the rainbow. I've got 7 people who are tuning in now. So that 7 is the vibrational frequency of completion and elevation and transformation and transmutation. It's also about becoming. You know, that 7 crown chakra is when we have elevated, and it's also about us coming into self-actualization, true awareness of who it is that we are as living light consciousness. There's going to be a lot of I wouldn't even say revolt, but there's going to be a lot of ways in which we're going to take power back this year. But in order to do that external work, we have to do the internal work. You will be called to take back power within. You will be called to set a solid foundation for who you are. And so everything that is out of alignment with you will be pulled and challenged, and so that it can be released, so that you can create space for your authentic self to show up, right? You will be tested. The things that you were able to do before, you won't be doing anymore. The way in which you see your world will not be the same anymore, and it will be for the better. So be easy with yourself this year, but know that there is a great opportunity for us to start living from the truth of our soul, right? But in order to get there, we need to strip away at all of the parts of us that are not in alignment with our light, that are not in alignment with our truth, and not in alignment with who it is that we truly are. Not because it's something that we've just acquired by accident. Everything that's happened is divinely aligned to happen. But now we have to do the work of extracting the wisdom from those experiences. That is how we learn and grow. No longer are we going to be in a space where we just attach ourselves to our experiences and see it happening to us. It's all happened for us. So the healing is where we unpack. That's where we unpack. That's where we gain the wisdom. That's when we learn. That's when we reflect. But it's also an untethering. It's an untethering from all of those experiences. It's an untethering from all of the identities that you've created for yourself, which then allows more space for the true soul to express itself. Right? So this year is calling calling us to be more of who it is that we are. And I want to remind you that you already know who that is. I want to remind you that you are already that perfectly divine being. And I want to encourage you this year to just give yourself permission. Give yourself permission to allow your soul to shine. That means to show up authentically as you. That means to, have your ideas and inspirations and follow through. That means to have complete faith and confidence in the visions, in the inspiration, in the guidance that you receive. Because what you receive is unique and is all part of this collective pot of energy that we are all creating, that is going to change and transform our reality. So the message that I have for you is, what is calling to be birthed from you this year? What is it that you are being called to do? How are you being called to step up and lead? Whether it be lead yourself, whether it be lead those around you. How are you being called up to serve and lead? And what is it that you need to leave behind in order for you to now embody more of who it is that you know that you are? That powerful version of you that knows all things. That powerful version of you that's always speaking in your mind and in your heart, even when you're going against yourself. That is the part of yourself that you need to be tuning into, amplifying, and activating this year. So that's some reflection for you for the week ahead. Like, really think about what is being called to be manifested through me right now, and what am I doing to stand in my own way? How can you get out of your own way this year? How can you stop living small? How can you stop telling yourself, okay, well, I need to do this and I need to do that? How can you just give yourself permission to just be, to just do exactly what your heart tells you to? Okay, because that was the message from Spirit today. How can you, I just want you to serve. I just want you to step up. Will you do it? And this is me saying, yes, I trust myself. I trust my God. I trust my heart. And so I am going to step up and lead. And that will be the difference between those who succeed this year and those who don't. Those who overcome and those who repeat lessons. Are you willing to listen to your heart? Are you willing to follow your guidance over the guidance of everybody else? And if you're not, trust that everything in your life for at least the first 3 to 4 months of this year is going to be challenging you and helping you to strip away all that no longer serves, so that you can come into divine alignment with your authentic truth and your authentic purpose. No more masks, no more following other people, no more trying to be something outside of yourself. The real power lies in you. And so this year, you're going to be encouraged to really tap into that part of yourself and really, really, really live authentically from the truth of your soul. Because when we're talking about 5D consciousness and we're talking about living from the heart is not something that can be manipulated. The heart is not something that can be, that can hold illusion. The heart is the realm of truth. So if you're not living in ma'at, if you're not living in truth and congruence with yourself, then you can't enter into the heart. And nor can you then be in vibrational alignment with all those who are living in a space of truth. Right? So you are being encouraged today to ask yourself the question, what is it that I'm being called to do? What is it that I've been resisting because I thought I wasn't good enough or didn't have enough or didn't know enough? Where am I allowing myself to play small and living inside of my excuses? What is asking me to just jump and take that leap of faith? Because as I said to you, this year is all about expansion and elevation, but it's also very much connected to the universal principle of you reap what you sow. So what will you sow and what will you reap? It's also cause and effect. What you feel inside is going to manifest externally. So what do you feel? What do you choose to manifest? Do you choose to manifest more fear and more lack? Do you choose to manifest and perpetuate the illusions of, of disappointment and not being successful? Or are you choosing to tap into the opportunity to expand? Are you choosing to tap into trusting in your vision enough and believing in yourself enough and believing in the vision inside of you enough to at least take a step and have some faith? Greetings, Queen. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So that is the message for today. As I said, when I woke up this morning, God said to me, are you ready to just follow your heart and lead? And I was like, yeah, okay. And he said, go and serve. And when I say he, I talk about the masculine aspect of the divine creator. It is one energy, but the masculine aspect of God for me is the part that drives me. It's the part that gives me that fatherly wisdom and that encouragement. And the mother is the feminine part, the healing part, the nurturing part, the comforting part. But sometimes I do need the masculine aspect of the creator in me to talk to me, to give me that strength, to give me that guidance, to give me that discipline and say, come on, girl, what are you here to do today? And what my heart said to me is, today I choose to honor my soul and just do what my heart says to me to do. And God asks me to be in service, to just create a space where we can be in service to each other. And so here I am today. So bringing it back to the topic of the day, that we all have a divine purpose and a calling that has been calling us since we were a child. It's deeply etched in our being. It's something we know that we are here to do and here to create, and it lights us up. But every time we think about it in relation to the world, we might think of the obstacles. We might think of the challenges that we're going to face. Just for this week, I want you to forget the challenges. I want you to forget the obstacles. I want you to tune into the frequency. I want you to tune into the frequency of you just trusting your heart. I want you to tune into the frequency of you knowing that this vision that you have everything that you need to manifest. That all you need to do is to surrender and commit to it and say, you know what? Yes, okay, I'm going to go for it and take one step. Because for every one step that you take, the universe is propelling you 8 steps even more forward. But the reason that we don't fulfill our purpose in our dreams is because of the limitations and the perception of our ability to achieve it. We're not seeing ourselves as God sees us. We're not seeing the divine version of ourselves. We're seeing the limited version of ourselves. So for just this week, I want you to honor your heart. I want you to ask yourself, what is it that my soul is calling me to do? What is it that I know that I'm here to birth into this world, into this reality? And what steps can I take this week to make it happen? Yeah? So I hope that that's resonating with you. Please do let me know in the comments below if you know, if you already know. Actually, you know what? Let's just do something. Let us just have a moment, because it's not that difficult to tap into your soul and into your energy. And this Sunday service, let me let you know, in every single religious school or practice, there is a esoteric space. And the esoteric is all about internal study, right? There you have the religion, which is about the books and the scriptures and all of this stuff. But there is the core of it, which is about esoteric, which is about learning how to apply the wisdom internally, right? It's no point us just glorifying the external. It's all about igniting the flame of truth within ourselves. So what I want you to do is I want you to recognize that you are a divine being. I want you to recognize that you already know everything that it is that you need to know. And I want you to, in this moment, we're just going to ask your heart to tell you, what is it that I'm here to do? What is it that my soul is calling me to do? And then I will invite you to just write it in the box below. All right. So I want you to rub your hands. Nice deep breath in, exhale, deep breath in, exhale, deep breath in, exhale. And just place your right hand over your heart center and your left hand over your womb space. And just set your intention in your mind and just ask your heart, what is it that I'm called to do? And you'll feel it and you'll hear it straight away. And I want you to just receive it. What is it that I'm here to do? Whether you believe it or not, whether you think you can or not, I want you to just write in the comment box what comes back to you. What is it that you are here to do? What is it that your soul is calling you to do? What is it that you're here to give to the world? Please put it in the box below. What is it that you heard from within you? Please share it with us. Because what I really, really, really want to offer you in this space is an invitation to return back to the wisdom inside of you. Within you, you know all things. Within you is access to all of the divine. So we have to learn to start trusting ourselves in order for us to access the part of us that knows all things and already has everything that we need, right? So please put in the comment below, what is it that your spirit, your soul told you that it is that your calling is to do? House of Chona says to be a healer. Beautiful. And Natalie says to help others. Fantastic. The interesting thing as well about what your soul is going to tell you to do. We are never guided to be something just for something else. You will find that the thing that you are guided to be is the same thing that you have to become. The same thing that you are here to share with the world is the same thing that you are here to become. Because only on that journey of becoming that can you then help anybody else. Yeah? So that's how our trauma becomes our triumph, and that's how we come into our purpose. But just remember that whenever you are being called to do something, usually you have to become that yourself. Okay, so Ebony Complex says to share wisdom. I love that. See, Starseed says, this may be a generic response, but my soul is calling me to do whatever I want to do. I love that. I know it's not a generic response, because a lot of people have martyrdom wounds, and we think that we are just here to serve others and to help others. Even at one point, I thought that that's all I was here for. I'm being dead serious. I didn't even think I was here to experience any happiness, any joy, that I'm just here to serve others. Until God showed me that actually by serving myself, I serve others, right? By serving myself, by honoring the God in me, by filling me up, by like the universe, the divine gets to experience reality through me. So if I'm too busy focusing on everybody else, when it comes to my end times and my heart is being weighed against the feather, it's going to be full of all of the things I did for others, but not the things that I did for myself, right? So I love what you've said here. My soul is calling me to do whatever I want to do. Because your soul is here to experience and expand and be, and that is enough. Our purpose doesn't even have to be something major and, about other people. Sometimes it is just to live and to experience, because as you do that, you're now sharing that with others, and that in its purest form will ignite, inspire, empower, and activate other people. So I love that. Thank you. Love Gift Vegan, welcome, Sister Maya. It says, assist the world to bring alignment to us all. I love that. And you will do that in your own unique way. So what is your unique way in which you assist the world? Please put that in the comment box below. Ebony, what is the unique way in which you share wisdom? Natalie, what is the unique way in which you want to help others? Because even though it might seem like we have these generic things of wanting to assist others, the more finite, the more digging that we do, we realize that even in that, there is still a unique aspect that is unique to us, that is just purely unique to you. But thank you to everybody who has shared. Elevate with Unique says, I heard to learn and to lead. I love that. Beautiful. To learn and to lead. That feels so good. So welcome to everybody else who's joining us in the room. Please do let us know when you're joining in from. And the topic of the topic of today's Sunday service is about answering our calling. And so if you're just joining us, I just want you to take a few moments to just take a breath and check in with yourself and ask yourself, what is it that my soul is calling me to do? What is it that I know that I'm here to do and to give to the world? And then you can join in the conversation. So yeah, I'm loving these responses. Thank you guys for sharing with me. But yeah, take it a little step further. Because yes, a lot of us think that our purposes are to help and share with the world. But again, sometimes the way you help and share with the world is by giving to yourself. And that was one of the things that I had to learn to master, to recognize that by giving to myself, I'm giving to others. As I give to myself, I give to others. As I give myself rest, it gives me more energy to give to others. But if I'm always putting other people before myself because I feel like my purpose is to serve them and I'm not serving myself and the God in me, then I leave myself depleted and I'm actually out of alignment, because nobody needs saving. When you look at the laws of the universe, everything has exactly what it needs. Nobody needs saving. Right? So when we feel like we have to sacrifice ourselves in order to serve and help others, and then that makes us feel like that is where our virtue lies, that is actually working from the ego. Because none of us need to help anyone. We are all here to do what we need to do for ourselves. And from that place of serving ourselves, we then serve others. Today, I didn't get up as much as this is selfless service because I'm asking for nothing. I still have to get up and give my energy. I have to say yes, and I have to choose to be present, right? So I'm in service to myself. I had to make sure I went and had a shower, brush my teeth, eat some food, give myself good energy, make sure I pray so that I can be of service to you. So I had to be of service to myself first before I could be of service to you. And that is the reciprocity. So then it means that there is no imbalance in this relationship. that this relationship is balanced, because I expect nothing. I give to myself, and by giving to myself, I'm giving to you. Okay, and I hope you're receiving it. If you are receiving it, give me some hearts and some comments in the box below. Everything is about balance. So let me read some of these beautiful comments, because you lot know I like some comments, and then I'm going to pull some cards for you. Okay, so let's see. Welcome to everyone who is joining us. Love to you all. So Smackdown 9 says, I am here to surrender to Allah and help heal people and lead them to be enough and extend the world of Quran. Salam alaikum. I don't know if you're a brother or sister, but sending you much love. I received that. Thank you. Elevate with Unique says, as I give to myself, I give to others. Ashay. Listen, that was one of the biggest lessons I had to learn, because we think that we give to others and then we receive. Like, even as a child, I remember always sacrificing everything that I had and saying things like, oh, I'll get my reward in heaven. And then I started to think to myself, well, when I was in deep prayer, God was like, heaven is here. You ain't going to need any of the things that are here once you leave this plane. So you might as well just enjoy it here. Heaven is what you feel when you're doing good things, when you're enjoying yourself, when you're enriching yourself. Hell is when you are living out of yourself, when you're living out of alignment with your heart, when you're living out of alignment with your highest ideals. So you might as well enjoy it and be here now, right? So as you give to yourself, you give to others. Amelia says, I'm loving the look, sis. All the blue is gorgeous on you. Thank you. Appreciated. Your blue is my color. I'm a Blu-ray being, and also blue just gives me power. So thank you. And I hope you guys like my earrings. I'm going to be doing a lovely competition at the end where somebody could win some of these earrings, because I mean, they are just amazing. And I would love to gift you all. Love to Give said, perfectly timed message. I hope so, sis. And like I said, this is going to be a weekly space. I'm going to be looking at doing it in person. We're looking to build a healing space and obviously a sanctuary where we can do this sacred work. Both here and in places around the world. And so we're also encouraging other spiritual practitioners, healers. If you want to share something, if you want to, connect with the community, then please do get in touch and let's work together. Let's do this work. Bree says, heaven is our happy place here and now. Yes. I love you, sis. I love you so much. And she says, sis, you are forever flowing and growing, girl. Definitely flowing and growing. Right. And part of my purpose here is to go through challenging things, to try and test things, and to come and bring back the knowledge to you. I'm a 1-3 in my human design profile. I am a number 1 life path. I'm a leader. I came here to lead myself, and from doing that, I help others. And I've had to navigate my way through my challenges. Nobody is perfect. So please, when you see people online and, they look as if they've all got it together, don't buy that. We are all here to experience what we're here to experience, and to share what we're here to share, and to connect and to be human, right? Don't allow somebody else, and especially this elusive internet world. Look, every time I move my thing, the filter goes, right? So don't just trust everything on here at face value. Learn to tap into the wisdom of your own heart. Learn to celebrate yourself each and every day. Before you go around liking other people's posts, go stand in the mirror and talk to yourself and like you. Yeah? Like you. And if you don't like you, fix you so that you can like you. Because I just want to remind you that you are the most precious thing in your reality. You. Without you, nothing else exists. So who deserves your time and your energy? You. And as you serve you, you serve the God in you. As you serve the highest ideals within you, not the lower self, but as you serve the highest ideals within you, you serve the God in you. Smackdown says, heaven and hell are not for Muslims in this world. Our good deeds will be rewarded in heaven. This is our beliefs. I received that. I acknowledge that, and I respect it. I just respect it. For me, God was not telling me to wait till I leave this place before I think of heaven, before I allow myself to enjoy moments of heaven. When I pray, I feel like I'm in heaven. When I pray, I'm connected to the source, and we don't remember anything that happens outside of this space. So I definitely respect, honor, and receive what it is that you're saying. So thank you. Love Gift Vegan said, it's that time for me to step into public and share all the downloads from my spirit. I'm ready. Exactly. Hence why I was saying what I was saying. And let me just tell you something. It's nowhere near as difficult as you think it is. We make things so difficult. Me too. I spend so much time in my own head telling myself I'm not this, so I'm good. I need to do this, so I need to do that, and I need to do that. And I've just surrendered all of that. I let God lead me. I let the Most High lead me. I allow myself to see myself as God sees me. And if God is speaking through me to say to me that I can do this day, I'm going to get up and I'm going to do it, and just do it. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to your uprising, sis. Thank you. Greetings, Supreme Henny. Much love. And SmackDown London, I'm really appreciative for your responses. We share the Sufi path, and so I receive you, and I'd like to connect with you more. Amelia says, hey sis, I'm a jewelry crafter. Could I send you one of my... Oh my God, of course. I would love that. And I would definitely share it on my page. So yeah, I would love that. I would be honored to receive one of your pieces. So thank you. And SmackDown says, Amenti dear, you have deep knowledge. Improving your inner is the best message you give in. Love you. Thank you. You know, everything starts within. Everything is always guiding us back in. And you know, this is the tabernacle, this is the covenant, this is the sacred space. And so yeah, I received that, and I thank you for that. Okay. So that is the message for the day. If you feel like the message has resonated with you, then please do put some comments and some hearts down below. This is the part where I'm going to, if there's any questions or any guidance that you would like, then please do let me know. But what I'm going to do first and foremost is just to tap into the energy for this week for us. If it aligns with you, then great. If it doesn't, then it doesn't. But this is coming from the highest vibrational space and the highest vibrational intention. So we're asking God to show us, to give us any guidance for this week ahead. What is it that we should be focusing on? What is the energy for us this week? So nice to see you all. Okay. So the card that's come out today is the 5 of Coins. And it's basically telling us, don't focus too much on what you think you don't have. Don't focus too much on what you think you need. Just step up and do. And it's so interesting because that particular message just resonates with the whole message that I've been given today, which is that we can spend so much time thinking about what it is that we don't have. We can spend so much time thinking about what it is that we feel like we need, right? We'll be thinking about the tests, and we're thinking about the challenges, but not looking at the opportunities that are coming in this moment. So if you go through this week and you feel like you are challenged, if you go through this week and you feel like things don't seem to be working out for you, if you start off this week feeling like you're in lack and deficit, the message for you is to not focus on the negatives, but to focus on the positive. It's for you to see every single obstacle this week as an opportunity, and for you to step out of the place of powerlessness and helplessness, and to step into the space and the practice of asking the source within you, what is it should I do? What do I need to do here? What guidance do I need here? Right? It's about learning to detach yourself from the experiences and to bring everything back to the source. To not live from the lower self that sees limitations. But when you are going through things this week, be conscious and ask the source, God, what is it that I need to do? What is it that I need to know? What is it that I need to understand in order to move? How can I transform this situation? How can I attract the money that I need to pay this bill? This week, you're being encouraged to seek within for all of the answers, to go out into nature and speak to God, to pray for those answers, and to this week allow yourself to be guided by your higher wisdom within. This is what we are being encouraged to do. And if you feel like that's something that you can do this week, then please just put some hearts in the box below. Because at the end of the day, each one of us has to strengthen that muscle of faith and trust and conviction. So for this week, whenever we have any challenges, we are going to seek the answers from within. We are not going to focus on the lack. We're not going to focus on the limitations. We are going to seek the guidance from within. Pardon me. Okay. I joined late, but I give thanks for the space. Greetings, sis. I will make sure that the recording is available. And this is going to be the Sunday service. I woke up this morning and I asked, well, I didn't ask. Spirit just said to me, the God in me said to me, look, it's time to serve, and to serve in a way that allows you to just be a vessel so that we can all receive and that we can all speak. And so this is my offering. This is the Sunday service. It's a space of uplifting. We'll have uplifting messages and uplifting teachings. You'll be able to ask any messages or guidance. We'll have discussion and communion and community. And that's what it's about. There will be offline Sunday services. I've got so much beautiful things that are happening this year. We've got retreats to Jamaica that are happening this year because, as I said, the focus is on helping people to do the healing work so that they can step into their power, right? And it's about spiritual awakening and transformation. That is the frequency of this year. So if you know you are ready to do that work, if you're ready to peel off those last layers, if you're ready to step into your purpose, if you're ready to do the work, if you're ready to follow the priestess path, this will be the year that those things will come into fruition. So please, please, please keep an eye on all of the amazing things that are going to be coming from me and also some of the amazing people that I'm working with this year. All right. So the next piece of guidance that we've got is unleash your kindest self. So we were guided, to follow our wisdom. And if things aren't going right, to ask to the source for guidance and support. And this week, we're also being encouraged to unleash our kindest self. Be compassionate to yourself and others. There are going to be people struggling. There are going to be people going through things, reacting. A lot of stuff could be going on around you. You're being encouraged to unleash your kindest self. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to others. Be kind to each other and have compassion because we need it right now. And then the last piece of collective guidance that has come out for all of us is embrace the flow of life. Embrace the flow of life, because there's going to be some things happening that we can't control, right? And when we can't control something, we don't want to go into a space of panic. We've got to learn to trust. We've got to learn to embrace the flow of life. We've got to learn to be resourceful in those moments and ask for the guidance and support that we need. We need to unleash our kindest self, be kind to ourselves and be kind to others. Because as we progress, we're going to need each other more and more. And everything that we are going through is reminding us that the illusion of separation is just that, an illusion. What connects us is our humanity and our experiences and who it is that we are, right? Brilliant. Oh, greetings, sis. Thank you. So there's such a rich page. Thank you so much there. You're very, very welcome. And thank you for sharing with us. One of the cards that I picked today came from the Sufi Tarot, which I'm really loving at the moment. And the others came from Moonology. So if there's anybody out there who would like a card pulled for them specifically, please do put a comment in the box, and I'm going to leave it open for the next 5 minutes for people to do so. Also, if you have a question that you would like to ask, then please do put it in the question box or in the comment box below. As mentioned, I will be doing this Sunday service every Sunday. If for any reason I'm not able to do it, I will let you know. And it's also a space where we'll be offering other practitioners and people who have something to share in this space. Eventually, it will become a membership so that we can have more, just more safety and security in this space. But for now, it's an opportunity for us to share and connect. And so I thank you all. I want to let you know that if you are in London and you live in the West End, in the West London area, I am at the Venture Community Centre every single Tuesday offering wellbeing services to the community. So you don't have to pay for these services. We have the mastering meditation class on a Tuesday from 11 to 12, where you'll learn how to master the art of meditation. We also have our Be Inspired Healing Circle that runs from 1 till 2:30, which is a drop-in for anyone in the community who just wants to come and talk and be around other people. We really, really do have a good time. And it's just so amazing to share and connect with people. And then in the evening, we also have the wellbeing coaching session. So you can have a session with me for free at the Venture Community Centre. My sessions are minimum £333, and you can utilise those opportunities for you to get help and assistance. One of the women I worked with last week was an elder woman who had been suffering from claustrophobia for quite some time. I did some hypnotherapy with her, and she has seen some amazing shifts and changes. Maybe I might share her testimonial on the page. So that's every Tuesday from 11 o'clock in the morning to about 6 o'clock in the evening at the Venture Community Centre down in Ladbroke Grove. So if you are in the area, you can join me there. I also, as you know, work with Black Thrive in Haringey, and we have a promotion at the moment where we are recruiting anyone who between the ages of 16 and 30 who wants to get into barbering, but also wants to learn mental health. We are talking about how we can create healing spaces that are urban and healing spaces that are not, no, healing spaces that are for us, by us, right? Because as I said, there is going to be a collective expansion taking place this year, and healing is going to be at the forefront. So if you are interested in that, then please do go to the Black Thrive in Haringey page, and you can send them a message there and somebody will get in touch with you. I am also on a mission to recruit at least 222 new well-being coaches and well-being practitioners this year. So we're looking at training people to be well-being coaches, meaning to help coach others towards their well-being goals, and also practitioners. The practitioners are those who have the practice of Reiki, energy healing, massage, hypnosis, hypnotherapy, regression therapy, all of these sacred practices that will be utilized to help people to transform energy, transform trauma, and heal, right? So if you are somebody who's interested in becoming a coach or a practitioner, we will be having our next major class in March. So if you're interested in that, please do let me know. And we've also got the priestesshood starting up in March as well. And we've got some retreats that are going to be happening to Jamaica for the rebirth retreat. So we've got a lot going on this year. And I'm also planning something very sacred for you all for the solstice and the equinox. So there's a lot going on this year, and I will be sharing more of that with you. But this particular space is the Sunday service space where I'll be popping up to just share any information, insight, inspiration with you all. All right. So I hope that that's resonating with you, and I hope to see more of you this year. Brilliant. All right, so I am just going to pick some cards for whoever I feel drawn to pick cards for, and where I feel drawn to pick those cards from. So I'm going to go to Bree. Okay, so Bree, what is the message from Spirit this week for you? All right, so you actually had 3 cards that came through for you. The first card was push through any insecurities. So what this card is saying to you, that right now you need to be working on pushing through any insecurities, because there's something big that you want to do this year. There are lists of things that you want to experience, and I'm feeling love as well. Like, what love is one of the things that you want to experience this year, right? So there's things that you want to experience, but Spirit is asking you to really push through any insecurities that you have around receiving what it is that you want. Again, I did say that this year is going to be a lot about healing and a lot about doing the work that's necessary for you to come into alignment with what it is that you want to experience and who it is that you are. So you being encouraged to work through any insecurities that you have this year, and it was backed by the card that says leave the past behind. So what is it that you need to release? Like, how can you love yourself more? How can you celebrate yourself more? Because that's really going to help you to start coming into alignment with the goodness that you're looking for this year. And the last card that came out was lighten up. So Spirit is saying to have a little bit more fun this year, and yeah, just include that into your day a bit more. But you really are encouraged to look at what is it that you are holding on to that are insecurities that are in the way of you really receiving what it is that you want and receiving what it is for you, right? Love self and love comes. Brilliant. I don't know if you had anything specific that you wanted to know, but that is what the message that came for you. So Ebony, I'm guided to the angel cards for you. And if you've enjoyed this live, please put some hearts and please put some comments in the box below, because I love to read the comments and to read your feedback. So this is for Ebony Complex. So what is the message for Ebony Complex? Notice any reoccurring and physical emotions, feelings as they signify divine guidance. So again, your message for this week is to start living from your heart and trusting your insight and inspiration. You are being encouraged to just listen to you this week. And so that's your challenge. Your challenge this week is, how can I follow my instincts? Because this is also talking about clairsentience and you tapping into trusting your gut feelings. So I hope that that resonates with you, and I hope that you receive that message. Natalie, what is the message for Natalie? Okay, the message for you, Natalie, is cool your emotions. So I don't know if yeah, it's very straightforward. It's saying to cool your emotions. I don't know what's coming up for you, if it's frustration or if it's a little bit of anger, or if you're feeling like you're not sure what direction that you need to take. Spirit is asking you to just cool any emotions and just allow yourself to be present. It's almost as if I feel like, you know, sometimes we want to find something, we want to know what to do, so we're doing a lot of stuff. What I'm feeling like Spirit is asking you to do right now is to just be still. Like, for whatever reason, get over the need or desire to do something, become something, create something, drive something. Let all of that go and just sit and be present, because whatever it is that is calling you is going to come up from within you. But Spirit is asking you to cool your emotions, and this is also connected to Aries, right? So Aries is the drive, it's fire, it's always, I gotta go forward, I gotta move, I gotta do. And Spirit is saying to you right now, just easy back for a bit, because there's something that you're not aware of, and it's going to reveal itself to you. So I hope that resonates with you. I'm going to see if I can pick another card for clarity, just because I feel like I should, just for you. So this is for Natalie. You see, so the card that came up was obstacles and challenges. So something may come up this week or is already coming up that might feel a bit frustrated. It might feel like, where did this come from? Spirit is just saying to you to go back to the guidance that I said to you this week, to learn to trust in yourself. Cool those emotions. Don't allow yourself to be pulled and swayed in any way. Disconnect from the situation. Come back to yourself and say, okay, higher self, what is it that I'm learning here? What is it that I need to do here? It's a difference between allowing yourself to react to your situations and then tapping into your internal wisdom for the guidance that you need. And the only way that we learn those things is when these obstacles and challenges come forth. So Spirit is asking you this week to cool off any emotions in any direction. So even if you feel like you're right, just try to come from a place of peace and balance and inquiry within, because then you can trust the guidance that you receive and move accordingly. I hope that resonates with you. Let me know if you feel anything from it, or if it resonates with you in any way, shape or form. You're welcome. Greetings, Path. Hope you are well. Yes, sis, you can seek a message. Bree said it's on point. You're welcome, sis. All right, so I'm gonna pull a card now for, did I do Ebony Complex? I think I did. Sorry. Sorry, guys. Let me see. Okay, so love gift. Love gift. I feel like yeah. Pardon me. Sorry, when I belch, it's usually when I'm clearing energy. So I was tapping into Mama there. Mama love gift. I feel a lot of build up around your solar plexus in your heart. So it feels like there's been a lot of resistance and stagnation. It feels like a lot of exertion of energy and then depletion, fighting life in a way, fighting against what's happening, thinking that you're going in the right path. But it's like Spirit is saying, come back to the center, come back to you. Because even sometimes when we serve, we lose ourselves. And so that's what I'm feeling. I'm really feeling about coming back into my center, coming back home to myself, coming back home to myself. So I hope that resonates, and then we'll choose the card for you. But I just wanted to let that come out because I was feeling it. Okay, so this is for Mama Maya. Love gift vegan. Oh, let's get clarity, please. Love gift vegan. Pardon me. Yep. So the first thing that came up was unbound. Release yourselves from old soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. This contract that you have of service and needing to serve everybody in order to redeem your soul, I don't know, I'm just channeling, it needs to be cut. So you need to literally just, in your prayers, say, I now released the bond, or I now release the contract to serve and not receive and not be supported, and I let that go, and I open up to receiving and being fully supported by God, by my reality, by my world, to show up as myself and to live my life purposely and powerfully. That came through for you. So I hope you are receiving it. But there's an old outdated contract of service that no longer serves you, and that's why you felt like you've had to be in a way chained to your vision and chained to, you know, service. No, that is over. Sometimes we also come in here with contracts based on past lives that we need to readdress and rescind. Sometimes we chose to be there for people too much. I know I've had past life experiences where I've literally died for people, and those people I've come back into my life again, and I've literally gone back into that same space with them, only to then be abused by them and have to wake up and say, actually, no, I'm not doing that in this lifetime. You're gonna have to deal with your own stuff. And whether we like it or not, that is the multi-dimensional layer of our reality. You know, as a past life regression therapist, which I learned while I was studying psychotherapy, we already know that the soul has no end. Yeah, the soul has no end. It is a continuous, unbroken stream of consciousness, because energy cannot die. It can only be transformed. Even this energy within this body, it doesn't die. It transforms into soil and whatever else it transformed into as it decomposes. Right? So your soul consciousness has memory of all of its experiences, and it's also connected to the experiences and all of the memories of experiences of all of things that have ever been in creation and existence. Right? What happens is that when we come into this physical body, it has a particular code that allows us to access particular information that is going to help us to fulfill our purpose and destiny in this time. Right? But our soul is always collecting information. In fact, our soul is light, and light itself is information, right? So that information is awakening within you. You get different memories, you get connections to different things at different times. You meet people and you think, I know that person. You're connected to a specific time in history. All of this is because your soul knows. Your soul never dies. Your soul knows the purpose. So part of the work that I do in helping people to understand their soul profile. Who are you? When were you born? Who are you? That is integral to helping you to understand who it is that you are here in this physical body and in this physical reality. And when we actually, just a fun fact, when you look at psychology, it's actually the study of the soul, not the study of the mind. So that's an interesting point to add. So I hope that resonated with you, Sister Amma. Please, Sister Maya, please let me know. Ebony says, Spirit has been dealing with me about trusting myself, following my intuition to sharpen my awareness. Okay, brilliant. So that's what you need to do. And if you don't, then obstacles are going to come just so that you can test it. Do you understand what I mean? It's literally just about testing it. And sometimes you will trust other people more than you trust your own intuition. We've all been there. We've all been there where our gut is telling us that this person is lying, or something that they're saying is not right. But because we love this person, or we're afraid of this person, whatever the reason might be, we'll say, okay, you know what? I trust you. And then only to find out later down the line that you didn't need to trust that person because they were lying. Yeah. You're going to manifest more experiences like that when you don't learn to trust your intuition. So I say to you this week, try it this week, and just anything that's coming up, ask yourself, okay, higher self, what is it? What should I do? What is it that I need to see here? I always say to God, like, help me to see what I should not see, help me to know what I should not know. Yes? All right, greetings. Hello to everybody else who is joining us. Greetings, Sister Simma. I hope you are well. I will be in touch. As I've been saying to everyone, like, we've been going through some challenges, even me, myself. And the challenges that I've been going through have been pulling me apart. But it's pulling me apart so that it can put me back together as my true, authentic self. So we can't be out here helping others, and then the universe throws us stuff. We have to learn to help ourselves. So, and be authentic and honest with ourselves. So I will definitely be in touch, sis, and I hope you are well. Natalie says, yes, this resonates a lot, much appreciated. So if anybody else would like me to choose a card for them, please put a comment in the box below. And I will do that. I'm going to be on here for another 5 minutes. And if you have any questions, then please do put it in the comment box below. This is Sunday service. And so for all of you who were here at the beginning, or even maybe at the middle, when I woke up today, I just had this overwhelming feeling in my spirit, and the God in me said to me, look, it's time to step up and serve in another way, just holding space for people to come together, to receive uplifting inspiration, to receive guidance, to feel the connection of everybody else in the room, and to be uplifted and empowered and inspired. A lot of people, that's why we go to church or we go to, religious practices. A lot of people are in churches and they're just there for the community. They're there for the community, they're there for the energy, they're there for the uplifting vibes. So for whatever reason, whether religion is your thing or not, this is a sacred space where we can come together and be uplifted and inspired. And I realized that I've been doing this since I was a child. My purpose is to inspire, uplift. I found a flyer from my old business that was 13 years ago, called Be Inspired, and Inspired Interactions and Inspired Therapies. Your life is going to remind you constantly what it is that you are here to do, no matter how much times you try to change it, thinking that the world needs another version of you. The world only needs the version of you. And guess what? The minute you unlock that version of you that's authentically you, everything else falls apart, falls away. The money that you need come, the opportunities that you need come, the right people come. Why? Because you're vibrating at your truly unique frequency. And in order to get to that place, you've got to unpack all of the falseness, all of the illusions, all of the Maya, all of the stuff that you chose to create in order for you to learn those lessons. You have to get to a point where they don't serve you anymore. You have to gain the wisdom, sift the wheat from the chaff, and still say, you know what, baby? I'm a divine being and I came here to shine in my own unique way. So I want to encourage and inspire you this day to just live purely from your soul. That was the message that we were given from Spirit today. The sharing today was about how do we follow our calling, and the message was to follow your spirit, to learn to live by your heart, to learn to live by your soul. And at the work that we do, the healing work, it's all getting us back to that place where we can learn to love ourselves, where we can love unconditionally, where we can trust ourselves, where we can trust unconditionally. And then we invite ourselves into sharing with each other. When we're talking about 5D consciousness, we're talking about living from the heart. We're talking about transpersonal energy, where I am you and you are me. We're talking about not being able to hide from each other because we are so clear in our consciousness and recognizing our oneness. So in order to do that, you have to stop being a liar to yourself. You have to stop hiding things from yourself. You have to be able to admit stuff to yourself. You have to be your authentic self. Otherwise, other people are going to feel that. And it develops that mistrust that has allowed us to fall to the level of consciousness that we've been living in the first place. We stop trusting each other. We stop connecting with each other. We stop seeing each other as one. And so we fell so far that we've become so separated and so sick. So this ascension is really about elevation and healing and awakening back to the connection, our connection to ourselves, our connection to the creator, our connection to the invisible realms, our connection to nature, our connection to the universe, our connection to the cosmos. We are being welcomed back into connection and relationship with everything. And it feels good. But in order to do that, you've got to clear all of the shit within your own self. Yes, God. Okay, so I'm going to read for Simmer. Because I was going to go back to Mama Maya, but Spirit is just saying, get out of your own way, Ma. And if you need help, if you need support, if you need guidance, encouragement, upliftment, this is not the time of the Messiah. This is the time of the many. I'm going to repeat that. This is not the time of the Messiah. It's the time of the many, meaning that each one of us, as we activate, we become the light. We ignite each other. And it's our collective energies, our collective commitment to the mission, our collective commitment to service that's going to help humanity. It's not one person that's going to make it happen, right? So each one of us has to awaken. Each one of us has to say yes to the purpose that's unfolding within us. Each one of us has to do the work. And rather than us having one person who's up in front leading, we have a collective of people doing the work. Each person is a master in their own way. That is what we're moving to. That is the age of Aquarius. So all of these illusions, these insecurities that we have, it's time for us to get out of our own way. It's time for us to share our vulnerabilities. It's time for us to share our stories. It's time for us to step up and be okay with saying, you know what, I don't know, but I'm present. Because that's how we learn. Okay? That is how we learn. So, Simmer. I'm just going to tune into the energy of Simmer. Woo. Okay, so the first one is shine. Very, very, very simple. Shine, and it is the Leo card. So I think you know what this resonates with. And the message here is to just, and when I'm seeing this, I'm seeing the heart open and I'm seeing love pouring forth from it. Sometimes we hold ourselves back from the world because of the pain that we're going through. And God is saying to you in this moment, just shine, smile through it, smile through every moment of it, share it, enjoy the richness, enjoy everything you've experienced, enjoy everything that you've received, and share and shine and share that into the world. There is something about the heart opening and just pouring forth, but it's an unapologetic pouring forth. It's just like, okay, I'm just sharing. And even in that shining, there is vulnerability, but it's almost as if when we shine and share through a vulnerable space, just like a diamond, even though the diamond might have a chip on it, it actually makes that diamond so much more unique. So there's something around you shining, sharing, and being, and enjoying, and basking in the richness of whatever's going on in your life right now. And that really felt good. That felt a very nice energy. So I'm just going to check, is there anything else? Walk through your feelings. So whatever's coming up for you right now, Spirit is asking you to walk through it. See, I can feel the clearing happening in my heart. Yeah. Work through those feelings, good or bad. Process them. Be present to them. I feel like there's just a need for you to stay so very close to your truth and so very close to your heart. Sometimes we want to shield and protect ourselves, but Spirit is saying, just stay present. Don't be afraid to speak your truth. Don't be afraid to navigate through those feelings. But something really beautiful and powerful is coming through this journey that you're on, through this space that you're in right now. There is something beautiful that's going to come. And I don't mean the thing that we already know, something else. And it's a pouring forth that's coming from your heart, and it's authentic. So I hope that resonates with you, and I hope that you know what that is. And then the last card, Spirit said, go deeper. So maybe you've got to inquire about that a little bit further. Greetings, Yolanda. Hope you are well. Sister, I always enjoy your lives when I see them. Go, I just enjoy feeling you guys and having you guys here. So thank you. Again, sometimes our insecurities, our ego is like, oh no, you can't go on today because you haven't prepared anything and you haven't done this and you haven't done that. When you know what? God wants to speak. God wants to speak. So I'm choosing to get out of my own way, exactly in the same way I'm asking you guys to get out of your own way this day and let the divine lead you. All right. It says amen. And you're looking radiant. Keep shining. Thank you, sister. I really appreciate that. Greetings, Golden Age Alchemy. Loving you. Loving the page. Gaia Arawak or Gaia Whack. Greetings, sis. Oh, Sima says, I'm a Leo too, or it's time to shine. And Sister Golden Alchemy says, you shine so brightly. Thank you, sis. I'm looking forward to doing our live at some point. You know what it's been like last year for a lot of us. I don't know. I want you to let me know, guys, if you are here with me. I want you to think of one word that encapsulated 2022 for you. Okay, what if you could think of one word that encapsulated 2022 for you, what would that word be? Please put it in the comment box below. Because for a lot of us, 2012 is the precursor. It's almost like some of us experienced the best of the best, but then we also had to deal with some of the deepest challenges and longing, you know? So I want to know for you, what was your word for 2022? What was 2022 like for you? And for me, my word for 2022 at the beginning of the year was expansion. At the end of the year, it was presence. Because I realized that expansion requires presence. And most of the time, we don't want to be present in the moment of anything. We're always looking to the future or looking to the past. We're always trying to become something or trying to get rid of something. Even when we do our monthly, full moon rituals and stuff, we're always asking for something or releasing something. But really, to be present is where the power is. And to be present is where the uncomfortability is. To be present means to sit with yourself, but it's also where the expansion takes place, when you are present with yourself. So I had to go through great opportunities, but also dig really deep into myself to deal with some of the challenges that I've had since I was a child, So in order for me to expand, I had to go deep and uncover and be present with my pain so that I can then take that pain and use it to awaken and expand my wings. right? So some of the words, I'm going to read some of your comments. And whilst I'm reading some of your comments, please let me know, what is your word or your wish or your desire for 2023? What do you feel deep in your heart? And I want you to ask yourself. I don't want you to just come from your head. I want you to take a moment, breathe in and ask yourself, what is the energy of 2023 for me? Yes. Yes. Okay, I love that. So yeah, do that for a moment and ask yourself, what is the energy of 2023 for me? And put it in the comments below. But bringing it back to 2022, Gaia Wax says surrender. Ooh, love that. Free Spirit Z says enlightening. Lovely. I Am Simmer Love says revelations, girl. Yes. I love a revelation though. Enlightening says Bree. Golden Age Alchemy says contraction. Ooh, I like that. I noticed that, but I like that. Beautiful. And Love Gift Vegan says return. Ooh, I'm feeling that. I'm feeling that very much in my solar plexus, but I'm also feeling it into my heart, because it's almost like we had to go through those things. You know, sis, you had to contract to get back to yourself. You know, like there's so many things that we had to do in order so that we can expand. You know, everything in the universe is this contraction and expansion of energy. So I love that. Thank you. Beautiful. And Ebony Complex says her 2022 word was release and 2023 is receive. Girl, I like that. I like the balance. I like that. Definitely a year of receiving. I'm going to receive a lot more this year. So, yeah, so I'm just looking forward to sharing more in these spaces. If you've liked, you know, being present today, if you felt like you've got something from being present today, please do leave a comment in the box. It's inspiring to me. I mean, I'm going to be present because I'm guided to do it, but it's also inspiring to me because I just love connecting with you all. I love connecting with people, and I love just being able to hold space and be present. So if this Sunday service has been enriching, inspiring, empowering to you, then please just leave a comment in the box below. And I'm going to prepare to wind down. But I just want to say thank you to everyone for joining me in this space. Today I chose to show up and I am here. So I'm encouraging you to follow your spirit this week. Whatever it is that your spirit is guiding you to do, tap in and follow. Thank you, Gaia Wack. She says 2023 is trust. Yes, I love trust. Oof, trust, faith, all of that good stuff. Free Spirit said it's a blessed space. Grateful. Thank you, my sister. I'm so grateful to have you here. And I'm thankful for your beautiful message that you sent me about your reading from last year. You know, you'll find that the good that you put out into the universe comes back to you when you least expect it. When the ones in front of you are what's the word? Non-appreciative of your presence and the gifts that you have. And then God sends someone from quite across the world who you don't even know to remind you that your presence in the world has purpose. It's a great thing. So I'm thankful to each and every one of you that comes and brings love on my page, that watches my videos, that has bought my book, that has supported me over the years that I've been doing this work, because I never set this up to do as a business. I've always set this up because I love people and I want to experience community and connectivity and healing. And if I can support other people in doing the same, then let's just do it together. So thank you for sharing this space with me. Love Gift Vegan says being here with you all is the sign from the divine, saying we must lead as they direct us. Yes, and not even they. Don't forget, God is you. That's another thing that I really want to hone in, like, for you. God is you. Yeah, it's you. The ancestors are you. And even though it feels comforting, I'm telling you, it feels comforting to have the ancestors in different forms. You know, this is Nana Baluku, represents the universe. I have had so much beautiful experiences with her, and I feel so grateful to know that my ancestors, like, are there with me. But I also recognize and understand that they live through me, that she only becomes alive when I connect with her. She is only alive when I honor her. My ancestors are only alive when I remember them. God is only alive when I remember God in my consciousness, right? So yeah, just giving thanks, and I'm so excited for what is to come for you this year, Sister Maya. House of Chona says 2023, go for it. Yes. Go for it, sis. Nubian V says thank you. Oh, thank you, sis, for being here. Much pleasure. Gaia Wax says blessings, sis. You are pure light. Thank you, sis. And so are you. Divinely reflected. Divinely reflected. All right. Greetings, Michelle. Hope you are well. Welcome to the Sunday service. So, thank you to each and every one of you for joining me in this space. Remember, the reason why I am here is because I chose to follow my guidance and to follow my intuition and to follow the God in me. And that is what you are encouraged to do this week. I will be here every Sunday to share with you. And as I said, this will also be a space where I'll be inviting other practitioners, other people, Michelle, Mama Maya, to come and share with the community, because we all just need upliftment, inspiration, empowerment, and we can do that through our inspired interactions. So I just want to thank you all for being present with me, and I want to thank the divine for speaking to me and through me this day. I want to thank my ancestors, my beloved, beautiful ancestors that come to me in dreams and share wisdom and empower me and inspire me. I'm just so grateful. Bree says 2023 is self-improvement and reaching our higher self. Ashe, and don't forget, you don't have to reach too far. You just got to choose to be and choose to live from that part of you that is speaking to and through you. You got to choose to value your insight and your intuition more than you value the insight and intuition of others. This is all about coming back home to yourself. So I'm wishing you all a very, very extremely powerful 2023. It's a sacred time. Yes. 2 and 3 is 5. 5 is the number of change. Yeah. Change, and it might feel uncomfortable, but it's going to bring you into alignment with what it is that you need. And then when we look at the 7 is spiritual elevation, it is completion, it is expansion. So if you knew that you couldn't fail, what would you do? That is what this year is about. All right, so I want to just say thank you to each and every one of you. I'm sending you love of the highest vibration. It's been so long since I've seen you all, but there is so much coming. So please do keep your ear to the ground. And yeah, love each other. Love on each other. Be an inspiration to somebody else. And just know that this year is going to be powerful. We're going to need each other so much more than we thought. And we're going to need your vision. That which you are called to do is calling you. And today I'm reminding you to trust in the God in you that is guiding you. Because guess what? We need your magic. We need your medicine. And you are so much more powerful than you think you are. I am Amenti, the Awakener, Amenti, the Oracle. And I'm sending you so much love. Love! I don't know why I want to keep singing, but I'm raising the vibration and wishing you all an amazing, amazing, amazing week. Mwah! Bye. Oh, I am back doing spiritual consultations. I stopped doing those for a while, but I do have a special on at the moment, especially for you and for the next month or so, and then I'll stop, because it's important for you guys to get an understanding of who we are. And as we're in this year, this 7 year, you need to start understanding all of you. So if you're interested in that, please do send me a DM. As I said, there's a membership coming up as well, and I look forward to speaking to you more. So have a great week. Mwah! And much love to you all. Bye.